Welcome back to devlog number 2 of Shotgun Knight. This will be the final devlog before the release of the game on August 8th. You can wishlist on Steam so you don't miss the release. Anyways, with that out of the way, it's time to add the finishing touches and make Shotgun Knight a complete game. Once the player reaches the end of the game, they should feel properly rewarded because Shotgun Knight is difficult, so I need to craft the perfect reward. Banana. This is a double barrel banana. Now, I'm no artist, so I took the shotgun I already had and slapped a banana on it. And just like that, we have the double barrel banana. To make it actually obtainable, I had to do some coding, so I used the script that I wrote for NPCs and modified it for the double barrel banana. After you interact with it and go through all of its dialogue, the shotgun in the player's hands will turn into the double barrel banana and the floating banana will disappear. This marks the end of the game, which I can use to give a Steam achievement as well as the option to switch between the starting shotgun and the double barrel banana. Now that there's a true ending to the game, I can add additional content beyond just completing the game. So the first idea I had was that I wanted another shotgun in the game, because having 2 felt like not enough, and 3 is more than 2. So I got to work brainstorming ideas and I came up with this. The shotgun sword. Now knights didn't really use shotguns in medieval times, mostly because shotguns didn't exist back then. Knights used swords, so I combined a shotgun and a sword. Unlocking this gun is tied to an achievement, which is shooting your shotgun 1,000 times. Then I added the shotgun sword to the menu where you can switch between shotguns. The different shotguns are purely cosmetic, and just a way to show off your mastery of the shotgun. The next idea I wanted to add was going to be the hardest achievement to get in Shotgun Knight, and it's to complete the game flawlessly, without faceplanting a single time in one session. Now the most difficult achievement in the game should have the coolest reward, otherwise it wouldn't be worth it, so I think the reward should be a golden suit of armor. Now on to making the golden suit of armor, which I could make by creating a separate sprite sheet with a palette swap for gold, or in my opinion the easier solution is to use Unity's shader graph system. Shader graph lets you create materials and manipulate the sprites. The main feature that I'm looking for is color mapping. With this node, I'm able to take the original colors of the armor and swap them to gold. And just like that, I now have a material that I can just apply to the sprite render to switch between the normal armor and the golden armor. And once you've completed a flawless run, you get the option to switch into your brand new golden suit of armor. Now, it's time for the final addition to my game, a secret boss. No other hardcore position platformer, also known as fighting games, features a boss to my knowledge. Since it's supposed to be a secret, I'll keep the conditions to spawn it a secret. This is the vengeful blackbird. To create the blackbird, I took one of the smaller birds and scaled it up, and I changed its color palette using shader graph. Since the player has no health and is basically unkillable, it cannot be like a traditional boss fight where the player gets killed or the boss gets killed. Since the blackbird cannot kill you, its goal is to make you lose as much progress as possible that you've spent hours on. So in a sense, your progress is your health bar, and the blackbird is looking to take that away from you. I wanted the movement of the blackbird to look organic, kind of like how a bird would swoop in on its prey, so the bird needs to constantly move forward and turn towards the player. This sounds pretty much like how a homing missile would work, so
in this video, we'll have a look at how to create a homing missile in Unity. Missile, which is just a simple sprite and an alien item, as well as a script.
I'm probably on a watch list somewhere now for looking up how to make a homing missile.
FBI, open up!
And just like that, the blackbird now tracks you down and swoops in and knocks you off of platforms. I also let it choose a random speed, which allows it to turn tighter at low speeds and launch the player further at high speeds. Then I gave it some sound effects for flapping its wings and hitting the player. It also makes the same noise when it spawns in and its health bar appears so that you know that it's chasing you down. To make the blackbird killable, I use a system similar to the small birds, but I just add health, and when you shoot the bird, it leaves behind some blood particles, which I made using Unity's particle system. Lastly, I add one final achievement to the game, which is to complete the game while the blackbird is still chasing you. And I don't know if this is harder than beating the game flawlessly, but it's definitely difficult. So after putting all of that together, here's what an encounter with the blackbird looks like. Now for some final additions. If you haven't noticed, I added a pump action sound to the shotgun when you shoot, because it is a pump shotgun, and I finally figured out how to get the player to be able to shoot the shotgun while it's moving. It's quite a jank solution, but it works. Everyone who's playtested the game tried to shoot while moving at first, but then you couldn't, and you had to stand still for it, but now it works properly. So now we basically have a complete game. but the Steam page still looks like shit. Wait. You still haven't wishlisted Shotgun Knight on Steam? You should wishlist now, or the Shotgun Knight will show up at your door at 3 AM and shotgun all over the place, and you probably don't want that, so make sure you wishlist it right now. I gave the Steam page a complete makeover, adding new screenshots, GIFs, and updating all of the descriptions. I also created a new trailer because the old one is outdated and doesn't include any of the post-processing I added. I'll put a link to the trailer in the description if you haven't seen it already. Shotgun Knight releases on August 8th, and I've got some updates and more content planned post-release, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. And I just want to say thank you to everyone supporting Shotgun Knight. The last video got almost 10,000 views, which is insane to me because when I started developing this game, I didn't really know what I was doing, and to be honest, I still don't know what I'm doing. But it's amazing to see that there's some interest out there in Shotgun Knight. Smash like if you like, smash dislike if you don't, smash subscribe, and I wish you all the best of luck in your climb to acquire the double barrel banana.